But there is a bunch of different things to talk about. I do want to catch up on two topics. So what do you say we dive into two quick topics here? I want to get some thoughts because it's been a while for me. So I want to know what your thoughts are now that we're a little ways away from Jurassic World Evolution 2. How has that game been sitting with you, I think, over the past few months?
It ages much better than I think our last conversation was.
Okay.
We were really negative on that game. I think all the critiques are there. Like I still think they stand. I don't understand why this game is not approachable for kids. I still think a lot of the stuff is kind of a slog, and I think the doctor mechanic is a burden, and it's too fat. Like, yeah. I have opened up, so I've played all the campaign. I played the campaign, and I've played all the like what if scenarios, which are like really unbalanced. They do one for every movie, so we have to assume there's going to be one coming out for Dominion, right? And there's even like a space for it in the menu.
Oh, really?
But
okay.
Yeah, there's like yeah, there's totally. It's like there's 6 slots, and like one of the slots is just a vacant, like it's waiting for an image. Like Jurassic, you know how when the Lego game came out, it was like, oh, I gotta play Jurassic Park 3, but then like TT Games like put a bunch of love into Jurassic Park 3 and made it something that was like fun and like really interesting. Yeah. No, not here. Jurassic Park 3 is like 15 minutes. Whereas like all the quote popular movies are like 10 to 15 hours a piece, like, and more than that. They gotta be more, because I've spent legit solid weekends on like Jurassic World. Took me forever to do. Jurassic Park took forever to do. The Lost World was fairly meaty with the arena or whatever, but like it was nowhere near as long as like the most popular Jurassic movies. Jurassic Park 3 is literally like, hey, hatch these dinosaurs and send them off island, and you do it like 10 times and it's over. I don't think you even hatch them. You catch them or something. Like it was really weird. Like almost no thought put into that movie's what if scenario, like at all. What I wanted to get through it because I wanted to open up the tropical Nublar stuff for build your own parks, and like that's where I'm at. And I am loving building my own park way more than I was loving build your own. I mean, and I liked build your own park in the last iteration. The sandbox. The sandbox in this is great. And I'm also playing on PS5, so I get to use everything. Yeah, I get to use everything. So I've got like I've got, I mean, it's just great. Like I'm doing Jurassic Park theme stuff, but like I have the monorail like going around. My raptor enclosure is it's awesome. I want to say BA, but like it's awesome. My raptor enclosure is awesome. When you come down, like I've set up my Jurassic Park tour to like go in order of the dinosaurs that you see in the movie. So like like you go through Dilophosaurus, and then like, but like I've intermixed other dinosaurs, but like at least the order of the ones from the movie are in the proper order. So it's really cool. I think I haven't unlocked everything yet to play in Sandbox, so I do have to get back to it. But the game has aged a lot better. I just wish that I didn't have to put like 60 or 70 hours into it before I started like getting super amped. Where it wasn't like a chore. It was fun again. But
I know there was an update too. There was a free update that apparently made things a little bit easier to handle. And then there was also the DLC. Did you happen to grab any of those?
I grabbed the DLC, but like that was like the first dinosaur expansion pack, right? the DLC.
But yeah, I think there was like the whatever what was the Ultimate Edition or something like that. But then there was like the Cretaceous.
Yeah. The Cretaceous pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did pick it up. I don't really know if it's like anything you like need to have unless you just are a completionist. Like, to me, I feel like in those DLC packs, although they couldn't do this, I feel like they need to. I'm trying to think. I would have been really mad, honestly, if every on-screen dinosaur wasn't built into the game. But I just feel like these packs need something, and whether they need dinosaurs that are, whether they need to come with different skins that are, like, I get it, do the Cretaceous pack, but then maybe like throw like just something that we're all kind of familiar with that maybe isn't movie accurate, like throw in something that looks like a Kenner or like a Mattel thing, throw in some Operation Genesis style dinosaur like skins or something. Like, I don't know, like, even if you don't advertise it as such, there just needs to be something up front to be like, wink, nod, this is, you want to spend $7 on this.
I wish it was like I don't know if there is usually. I don't think there has been, but like different like buildings and things that you can plop down in certain DLCs. Like give us some like real flourishes. I think within that.
I mean,
like you're saying, dinosaur skins would be really cool.
There's such a plethora of things that are in the Jurassic like verse that aren't like really canonical in the movies, right? So like, was it the bone? Is it the Bone Crusher that they call it, or Bone Rattler or something in Jurassic Park the game? Yeah. Just a nod to that would be cool. Viewing domes. Operation Genesis had this cool thing where you would set an entry point outside the cage, and your visitors would walk underground and then come up in like a bubble, and like they would be in the cage. Like something like that would be really easy and really cool to do. But again, I just wish it didn't take 60 to 70 hours to get to this point where like I'm having a lot of fun. But I mean, I still haven't unlocked it. Like, it just, I don't know. It's really tough. I feel like I'm hating on it, but to be honest with you, I don't think I like it or dislike it any more than the frustration we were having with the original Evolution. I mean, I don't know. Have you played it since like we last spoke?
No, I have not. There was like a few nights ago, I was like, you know what? Maybe tonight's the night, and then I didn't. So I have not. I stopped at whatever. I don't know. It's been so long now. Maybe it was like California or something like that. One of the
dang, you're not even into like the what if stuff.
I didn't know what ifs. Did none of those.
That's the meat of the game, dude. The campaign, the quote campaign is like maybe like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, I'm probably around that point, time wise. I've spent a few hours in the first few, and then I'm on the last one. I am on the last one, but then like I spent like a while on that, failed, and then just was kind of like demoralized that I had to go through it all again.
I mean, I think we'll kind of come around to this later, but I'd be very interested to see what happens at the AAA level for Jurassic next. You can't not have a Jurassic Park game at the AAA level, especially while these movies are running. And like we said, we knew that Evolution 2 was a tie-in, but something has to change. And we'll talk about that later when we talk about Primal Ops.
Well,
but yeah,
if you seem pretty satisfied with the game so far, are you continuing? Are you done? Where are you standing right now?
I want to continue, but there have been so many things that have happened. Like, like right the day after Christmas, like Xbox Series S's like were everywhere, and I was like, oh, I have Christmas money, and I threw down on an X. So like now, like right now, I'm I'm kind of like running through like the Xbox ecosystem, in which I don't really play in that ecosystem very often, and so like I've had the Master Chief Collection for years, but I've never played really through it. So like I'm playing like Halo 1 right now, which is obnoxiously difficult in parts because it's 20 years old. So I've been playing, like, I'm kind of got back into like Gears multiplayer. I have to balance that with like my Fortnite addiction that I have.
I see you on there constantly. I'm sure you see me playing a lot of similar games, but like, yeah,
You know what? I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because the PlayStation 5 friends and party system is garbage. It's terrible.
that's true. That's
I
true.
have I With
Yeah.
the PS4, I felt like it was right up front. Like, hey, Brad's online, and
Oh,
like
the PS5 is
the
terrible.
PS5 one
Okay.
is
It's
it's
worse?
awful.
Okay,
It's
I feel like,
awful.
yeah, I feel like the PS4 is like a terrible interface and stuff, and mine's at the end of its leg, so it's like super slow and doesn't wanna like shift between different menus and stuff, so but I do see you on there every now and then, so yeah, but yeah, I don't know, it's tough. I've not gotten back to that game.
I gotta
One day.
be I gotta be honest with you. If yeah, if getting a PS5 or any kind of
Mhm.
next gen console is on the horizon for you within 2 years, don't even play Evolution right now. Because no, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
kidding.
know.
This ability that or this disability to not be able to mix the two genres of film or the two generations of film in the sandbox on the old generation, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I'm telling you, dude, I had to play like 60 hours to get to that point where I was finally able to be like, I'm gonna build my Jurassic Park. And
Yeah.
if I wouldn't want to go through that again. It sounds terrible.
No, that I would not do that. I would not ever do that. I don't know if is it across, generations a
Well,
game? I don't know
I
if I've
think if you buy I think if you buy PS4, you get a copy of PS5, but like I don't think you can transfer your
yeah, I'm not
saves.
sure. No, no, no. I don't imagine I could, but I don't even know if my copy's good for PS5. I've been trying to do that with a lot of games is buy the version that you can get both. But yeah, I'm playing Spider-Man right now, so I'm busy on that. Finally
Insomniac just released the Andrew Garfield skin. I don't know if
for
that's only on,
Avengers, though, right?
no, well, no, the Andrew Garfield, like you're playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I've
so
I've been using that okay, that was just released because 'cause I've been using that every now and then. I'll switch between, like, Toby, Andrew, and then some other random.
they just put out the Andrew Garfield like yesterday or 2 days ago. From
What?
movie 1, from Amazing Spider-Man 1.
No, I think it's gotta be the Avengers game because this one's been in there. I've been able to use the Amazing Spider-Man 1 costume. They don't have the second one. I want the second one because the second one's a better costume.
This is not a Spider-Man podcast, so I'm gonna let you have this one, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Okay, I've been
All right.
using it for, like, a month now, but,
All right, fair enough.
I know my Spider-Mans. But yeah, what are we talking about? We're lost in the first topic, and it's not even a true topic. But let's go over to let's go back to gaming. I should have done this in the reverse order here, but let's go back over to gaming and start on our true topics for tonight. So Jurassic World Primal Ops is a thing that we talked about. Man, it was a while ago.
Forever ago.
There was I don't know, I forget whether it was like a trademark or there's always those games that like you'll see pop up as like an ad or something on Instagram or somewhere. You always find like a weird ad for a game that doesn't actually exist, and
Mhm.
it sounds like they're always like testing the market and stuff like that. But Primal Ops is kind of like one of those things where like we weren't really sure what it was going to be. Seemed like it was going to be a mobile thing based off of the people that were making it and stuff. And actually, I should probably check this because I have not done that in a while. But this is a mobile game that is actually available in certain regions. I have
Let's
not
check
been
it
able to
out.
play. Yeah, I'm opening my phone right now, just to see because it's been a little while since I checked. But no, it does not look like it's there currently for me. Um, but it is a game that is available in some places, and a lot of people have been playing it. And I do want to share the screen here. So I do have some video footage of this game here. So Jurassic World Primal Ops. This comes from Tech Z Amazing. So I don't. Oops, it's really loud here. Turn that down. So it's very, very reminiscent of that Jurassic World the game style, like cutscenes and stuff
Probably
like
the
that.
same company.
Artwork. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But like it's very reminiscent of that. But this is actually like a game that you traverse a certain area, and this is supposedly like look at the surroundings and stuff like that. It's very like northwest, setting with snow, so it's very much tying into like the world that you'll probably see in Dominion. So it's got that going for it. But it's just a guy that tranks everything and anything he sees. So he's just shooting. He just shot a dude right there. There's a few more dudes coming up. There's dinosaurs. So it's interesting. It's a very standard mobile game. I don't really play a lot of this kind of game on mobile devices, but is this anything that looks interesting to you?
All right, so you see this Home Depot box like right behind me?
Yeah.
All right. What that box is, that was a box that in the middle of the move and in the middle of storage, that was a box that says Aaron's Essentials. And that box houses like 3 PlayStation Vitas, all my games for it, my Nintendo Switch, right? Like these are things that like when I was in the middle of like apartment showings and all that stuff, they went in a locked room because I was like, I cannot part with these things. I mean, they had some like things from like grandma and stuff too, but like for the most part, it's very superficial, stupid things.
Yeah.
I want to like phone gaming. If this comes out and it's like, oh, it's got controller support, I'll go get a Backbone and try this. Like, I want to like phone gaming.
I don't know if it does.
I just haven't found anything that I love on the phone. And I've signed up for Apple Arcade, like I like all these different phone things. I want the Backbone, which is like basically the Xbox like cloud like thing. I so badly want to like phone gaming because I think like the current gen of phones it's the right size, and so it's it's not like we're on like an iPhone 5 anymore, right? Like these screens are fairly hefty. I just don't want to touch my screen. And so
when you have to use that like directional pad on a phone and stuff, it's just bad. Like it
and so if this game supports controller support, whether that's through Backbone, whether that's through Bluetooth with PS5 and PS4 and Xbox like controllers, I'll give it a shot. If this thing doesn't have that, like I'm probably out.
That was a pretty cool like opening sequence there. That was actually pretty fun. If you caught that, like that T-Rex rampage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just has that vibe of a game, like a typical mobile game that I'm just never very interested in. Like I played Jurassic World, the game, for a while, but then I just forgot about it and I just faded off. But like you're saying, I'm kind of like you, where it's like it's kind of hard to find a game that I'm totally interested in on the phone. I'm still playing like Roller Coaster Tycoon on my phone, and I've got Mario Kart on here, and then a bunch of games for my son, and that's pretty much it. Like it's not a lot of stuff to play for me, and I have Apple Arcade too, and some of those games are for my son, but yeah, it's hard.
You know what it is most of the ecosystem for phone gaming is like pay to play kind of stuff. And I'm not going to shame people that put money into these games. Like I can only afford to do that on one game. And for me, that's Fortnite. Like you throw a skin at me on Fortnite that is some kind of nostalgia bait, like cha-ching, like click, done. But you can only do that with so many games. I guess the only real phone game I ever really got into, there was 2. I got into Gwent for like an entire Christmas vacation. I just sat and played Gwent and chipped it, but like that chipped away at my bank account, like $1 here, $1 there. Like it was nothing really substantial. And then Final Fantasy, like Brave Exvius, which is they force you to play it vertically, and like I so badly just want to turn it over and play it. Like if Xbox could somehow add some kind of like Android integration where you could play some Android games, like I'd be my Xbox even more. I just don't want to play on the stupid screen. Like that's
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it looks interesting. It just doesn't look like a game that's like gonna like stand a test of time, I guess.
I mean, will you try it? Like, do you have the phone that could support something like this?
I mean, I think it's just going to be available on anything, right? So,
well, I mean, I don't know. Do you have? I mean, I don't know how new your phone. Like some of these games, I don't think can run like 5 or 6 phones back.
No, I'm on a 12. I think I can trade it in any time. I think, but yeah, I'll give this a try for sure. I'll probably play as much as I can, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. So it is a game. It exists, and I guess it'll be on the way. I have no idea. I really don't know what the projection is here for like the States and stuff like that. Obviously, this game is like set within the United States, as we can see from the video here. So it's interesting to see that in this game, it looks like they've traversed all the way out towards the East Coast a little bit. They're not fully there yet, but it's interesting to see them on that side of the country instead of the Northwest. I know I said that before, but that's like the vibe that it gives off. But yeah, so it's a game, and it looks like it's got a lot of like that main guy. It looks pretty cool. It looks like one of the old like Kenner,
Dino trackers. Yeah, it's totally T-Rex Turner.
Yeah. So I love that. I think that's awesome. I think the character models and stuff are pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome, and that actually kind of, you're right, dude. Wow, you nailed it, man. This is totally something that like this is what I wish would happen in the AAA space. Like, give us these things that are reminiscent of things that we kind of loved as kids, and modern kids will love them too. Like even without the context of what we have now. What's interesting about this, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, and you and I talked a little bit about this throughout the week. In fact, I don't know are you able to just pull those up, those 2 samples up, the trailers for Parkasaurus.
Oh yeah.
And the trailer for Instinction.
Is that what it's done?
Jurassic has got to do something more in the AAA console and PC space. They keep putting out these mobile games that honestly, I mean, I don't know. They're, like I said, they're these pay to play. We came across 2 games this week, and you said you were really excited for Parkasaurus on the Switch.
Here's the one.
Oh, this is Instinction. Now, here's the thing. This is gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Two very different games that we're bringing up.
2 very different games we're going to talk about. It's like this is like a survival an open world survival. There is some gunplay in this. I know you're not big into shooting dinosaurs. I'm not either, but I think in the right context, especially now that the dinosaurs are all over the United States, I think guns become more prevalent. I would imagine there'll be more guns in Dominion than previous movies, because when you start talking about now they're interacting with people, I think guns, people in the real world, not people that are, on sidewalks outside of a cage or whatever. But like, I don't know, something like this is really cool, and I'm like, why was this not pitched to you? Like, how did Universal not get wind of this and was like, license it, make all the dinosaur models look like our stuff? And
this raptor shot, dude,
it's gorgeous.
It's incredible. Like, terrifying. I'm assuming that rap, but yeah, you're right, man. How do they not produce something like this? I feel like this is like Far Cry right here, like the shot of like walking through the jungle, and then like just add dinosaurs into it. But it's interesting because like, I don't really know what this game is. I'm like watching the trailer. I'm like,
no idea.
It's set in like an ancient temple with like medallions. It's like,
look at that
dinosaur. Like that is so incredible. Visually, this is incredible. Is this a VR game?
I have no idea. I just literally saw this trailer. That was it. Like that's all I know about it.
There was another thing. I'll have to see if I can track it down, but something very similar to that. But you're right, man. This is so amazing, like so beautiful. There's shots in here, like this shot of like this temple looking thing, so incredible. And then there is somebody shooting at what looks to be like a Suchomimus, maybe.
If you did something, a mix between
like a Power Ranger medallion.
Yeah, like, I don't know what that is. I'm interested to find out. Like this, honestly, this game, this might be like a dinosaur thing that I'm excited about outside of Jurassic, and like that's pretty rare.
That is
I'm
true.
I'm
It is rare
really
for me
into
as
this
well.
like treasure, these temples, this volcano that this Tapajara is like hanging out in. Like
Oh
I
my god, that was such a good
I
shot.
like I'm pretty people think I'm weird because I'm like I don't really care for dinosaurs all that much outside of Jurassic, but like I'm excited for this. This looks cool.
Yeah. All right. So let me see if I can bring up this other one. So this, what is this? This is another one here.
This is
Looks like it's called Prehistoric Domain. So sorry, we're doing this all on the fly here.
Yeah, this part we had no. I threw Brad a curveball. I'm talking about these other games.
I have another one that we're gonna throw a curveball at. Oh my god, turn down. Oh, that's massive. Look how good this looks, dude. Like again.
What is this? I've never seen this before.
I think this is the VR one. Like this is super cool too. Oh. Is that it? No. Welcome to. So yeah, this is great for the podcast because we're not saying any words.
We're not saying anything whatsoever. We're just watching. Well, this is fan made. There's no way this is going to be released.
Prehistoric Domain.
Oh, come on. Like they're just straight ripping off Jurassic Park.
It's weird because like whatever this shot was in the beginning, this all feels drastically different than like these like Jurassic Park shots.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, this like feels like it wasn't finished yet, but like this is insanely beautiful. You know?
Yeah, this is really weird.
It feels like two different things, but this is a VR thing on the Oculus Quest, so I am
the park opens like come on. Like
on February 20th. So this prehistoric domain opens on February 20th. What was the Instinction? Is there any information on that? Is it out? Is it a thing?
I have no idea.
Trailer as of October 21st, 2021. So I don't really know. Let's see. Here's the game. Browse the game.
It's probably never coming out.
Gameplay and stuff. E3 gameplay from 7 months ago, 6 months ago gameplay. I don't know. Maybe it's out. I have no idea. But the other one that we were going to showcase here real quick was one that like, I think it was like one of those Nintendo, you know.
Like a Nintendo Indie conference or something?
They're conferences where they do those things every so often. And I'm just like, this is very delightful, this game. Parkasaurus. Apparently you can play it, I think, on like PC and stuff right now. But this is for the Switch, since that's where I'll be playing it. This game just looks so delightful. It looks like Jurassic World Evolution, but more in the vein of Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is like exactly what I want from a game. Like that is what I want.
What's exciting about this looks approachable to like kids, and I think that's like Evolution told. Oh, Bridges, Evolution, they gotcha. Bridges.
Like you joked about that, but I'm like that. I love this the availability to do like if you look at that. Let me go back that last screen there. There's so much going on, like that you can build and you can do. Like there's like
look how close your people can get to dinosaurs in this game. They can't get that close to the dinosaurs in
multiple kinds of fencing that look really cool. There's the colors on the dinosaurs. You can give dinosaurs hats. I'm like, that's amazing. Like I don't care. But there's all kinds of decorations and things and cool trees. It looks like nice, varied and fun and cute. But like that is more kind of what I want. I want like a relaxing experience out of my like dinosaur game. I don't know why.
That's where I'm at with Sandbox right now. The game has finally become what I wanted, which was a relaxing, just chill Jurassic Park game. I stressed out for 70 plus hours beforehand to get there.
That's outrageous.
It's just ridiculous. But
Oh,
no, like you showed me this, and yeah, I don't think I would finish this. Like this isn't a game I'm gonna finish, but like I can't imagine this is more than $29.99. And for that, this is a great airplane game or just something to chill out to and hang out and multitask. Like, yeah, I'm down with this. And it just kind of brings up to the point that I brought up earlier this week with you was
hmm,
obviously people want dinosaur games. Obviously dinosaurs are cool again, right? Like obviously there's a market need for these this genre or this enemy, right? Or this character, right, of dinosaurs. Universal owns dinosaurs in almost every medium except for
yeah,
video games. Like you look at like Marvel, right? Marvel owned comic book characters in all of like cinema. They've dominated for 20 years, and it's like something switched maybe 5-6 years ago, and we're finally starting to see those games come out now. But like Marvel is
yeah,
going to
yeah,
dominate the video game space next, right?
yeah.
Like with their characters. And it's like, why is Jurassic not owning dinosaurs on, like, why is Universal not just like,
Well,
like it just doesn't make any
I don't
sense to
know.
me.
We can also talk about that in a few minutes here, but because I've got something else that maybe ties into why or stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, cool.
But not gaming related. But I'm just like, yeah, it just seems like a wasted opportunity to not do something else, in that space. Now, yeah, there is Jurassic World Aftermath. We have talked about that.
Yeah.
You said you weren't very interested in the graphic style, right? It was like
It's
a
not even the
weird.
graphics, it's just the style. It's I'm
Okay,
weird, but
okay.
like
So,
here's the thing though, if I had an Oculus, which I thought about getting over the holidays, Xbox kind of won out over that, but um I
yeah,
thought about getting an Oculus. And if I get an Oculus, I'm gonna try Aftermath. Like I'll 100%. I'll give it a shot. Um
yeah,
but is Aftermath like really owning dinosaur games? Like that is not really a
no,
triple A game. Like Evolution's a triple A game, but I
yeah.
kind of want more than that. Like I want more than a park
Yeah,
builder.
I don't know what AAA exists on Oculus. I don't really think there is anything that would exist
Yeah,
in that space.
that's fair.
I will say that like they did send me one, so I do
What?
have I do have the Oculus Quest 2 right here. So it's and I literally today finally finished Jurassic World Aftermath Part 1. I still have it literally led right into Part 2 and I'm like, "Oh, I got to take a break. I got to take a break. Time out." But yeah, it's interesting. It is fun. It is a fun game, but it's more of like I need to play this to feel like I learned whatever is in this game. Like
Yeah.
because it seems like they're also trying to connect dots there, and I do appreciate what they're doing with this game. I think there's some fun information in there, but at this point, with me and canon, I'm just like, I don't necessarily believe anything I hear or read
No.
anymore. So I'm just like,
Right.
it's kind of like they'll say something interesting about Doctor Wu, and then I'll be like, but then I'll also like the information will just kind of go in one ear and out the other, and I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to believe anymore. But that's really what this game is good for, is like giving you a lot of like cool information and stuff like that. Visually, it's not like stunning or anything. It's cool. It's cool looking, and it is scary at times. Like there are moments where I get like attacked by a dinosaur, and I literally almost like throw up because I'm like there's like that like intense. I'm like, oh god, that was horrifying.
Now, does the
So
Quest 2
yeah,
have like the more traditional looking Jurassic World games, like the VR games that came out 2-3 years ago that were
yeah,
like
and
photo
they're
real?
not games. They're not games, but
Their
they're just
experiences?
videos. Yeah,
Okay.
that and yes, they are both on there as well.
Okay.
I was able to do the Apatosaurus one, which is just you staring at an Apatosaurus, and then the other one is Blue or whatever, and you get to see Blue's journey before Fallen Kingdom, and that was cool too. So, I mean, the system's fantastic, man. I can't praise that thing enough. Like,
I
it
really
is
need to
good.
check it out. What I will say, so I'm going through our conversation that we had about Instinction, and James Ronan made like a good point. He was like, this kind of feels like a reboot to Trespasser, um, which like
Okay.
I got zero problems with. I think Trespasser was a good idea. I think it had like some cool nuggets of information and like ideas there. I think if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Trespasser, they actually cover it in that new Xbox documentary that's out on YouTube. They cover it, yeah, because the guy who helped launch Xbox was like the original programmer for Trespasser, and they kind of talk about how like the world hated him for what he said Trespasser was going to be, and then wasn't. And then like gets put on like the launch of this new console. Our younger audience might not know, but the Xbox at one point was new. Microsoft entered the space in kind of some dominating, against some other dominating companies. Yeah, what's that guy's name? Oh no, something black.
I don't remember. I just wanted to point out we have an article on our website from a contributor that posted something recently, a guest contributor, Chris K, talking about Jurassic Park Trespasser. It had so much potential. It sounded in line with what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like it was right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, like I played that on my parents' old Sony Vaio, and like, yeah, it ran like garbage. Was it the computer? Was it the game? I have no idea. No one knew anything about computers back then, right? Oh, look at that. Love it.
Yeah.
But
I had an exact experience in Aftermath today where the dinosaur, like I was just like looking around, I'm trying to sneak around, and then I'm watching the raptor walk away from me, and there's a door over here, but it just chose to walk straight through the wall instead. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess, are you done? Are you out of here? Are you going? Or are you going to attack me? I don't know.
Everyone likes to give Trespasser a bunch of garbage, and like it gets like all the media attention and gets like all the attention from like the fandom. But people got to remember Chaos Island. There was a game that always worked. It was fun. Like, where's that? Like how do I get that hacked onto a ROM system or something like that? Yeah, I mean, I have that original box. Like, I have it all. Golly, what a piece
I've
of
never
trash
played it.
game.
I have no idea.
What a piece of trash game, man. Yeah, absolutely horrifying.
Yeah. It's I got to check out whatever that documentary is. You said it's on YouTube.
Yeah. It's called. I'll send it to you. It's an Xbox documentary. The icon, the image is a light bulb with like the X as like the filaments inside.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it's we've showcased a few cool like kind of games that we'd like to see. It's weird that we haven't gotten there yet. And at this point, who even knows? Right. Let's go over to our next topic, and